I know that there's a slogan now where they say, build better the first time. But when a disaster is struck, you have to build back better. And that is the slogan that we normally use in order to overcome future disasters. That's why the resilience call by the president is a correct call, because when our people get out of the drought, and especially with an expectation of a La Nina, we must prepare so that we can do better than this year. And Zimbabweans, in all our disasters, we have come out better than before. If you look at what happened in Cyclone Idai, the people of Chimanimani can actually attest to how the country built back better. But it was after the mobilization by the president of a whole of society approach. That's why the president, when there's a disaster like this, he calls the leadership of our traditional people, the chiefs, and sits with them, and they can inform him about not just the effect of the disaster, but also how they can contribute to getting out of the disaster. The president has used this model to call on the private sector, the churches, and civil society of our own people to say a disaster can only be finished by people who say Nyika inowakwa nevanhu. So that is the mantra that the president has, and that call of saying let's build back better is really a call to say the next disaster should find us better prepared than what the last one was. And our people have contributed a lot to whether it's Cyclone Idai or it's COVID. And we hope that using this mobilization strategy, that will also still do better even in this drought.
Okay.
We take it that a lot of people are going to be or are food insecure because of climate change. Is situations beyond their own means. Given their able-bodiedness, if all the climatic conditions were present, they will not be food insecure. And let's use this aspect that they are not unable to fend for themselves to do community-based assets building. And in the rural areas, we're talking about looking at their own schools. What can they do? Looking at clinics, what can they do? Looking at deep tanks for resilience, what can they do? And in some cases, looking at just building weirs in the small rivers that they have. They need to gather stones, they need some cement, and maybe the local authorities also can give them cement so that they create these weirs. But these weirs end up giving more moisture. So we are fighting against climate change by building more weirs and therefore creating more moisture. So there are a number of activities that the communities can do. And in the Traditional Leaders Act, the village heads have a number of jobs which they must lead in terms of that act. And this opportunity that has been given by this drought is for them to mobilize. But we need also all civil servants, all other MDAs, departments and agencies to assist in making sure that these public works, which we used to call food for work or public works, take place. In the urban areas, we can clean our cities. Our cities need to be cleaned. We can also go and rebuild in some areas, for instance, where mothers, women can end up doing businesses in a protected area. And cities must take this opportunity to say, these are people who are going to get cash, and this cash, let's use it for those who are able-bodied to work and create resilience. So there are many projects that require resilience even in the urban areas. We can create jobs, future jobs, by doing public works even now. We can clean our rivers, we can clean our sewage systems, and let's not say any job is dirty job because it has been to be done by someone. and this is the opportunity to mobilize our people.
Okay, thank you, Minister.